Hello there guys, it is me again, Cedric from Cedric's Trains, back with another review, but this time, it's a very special review. And this time, the review is of if I can show, a Broadway Limited Paragon 4, Union Pacific 4014 Big Boy. So yeah, let's get straight into the review here, or shall I say unboxing. Let's quickly do that, whoops. Alright, so let's take this off. I have not opened this yet, so let's see what's inside. Put that there. So a very basic box, again, just a sleeve on the outside that pushes out. I'm not really a fan of this box. I kind of wish they used an MTH style box. Yet again, it is what it is with Broadway Limited. That looks really nice. Oh wow. Oh, some papers just fell out. So there's a Conductors Club stick, not stick, pamphlet, and there is a page that is showing what Broadway is making in 2026. A brass hybrid yellow jacket, and the business cards. I thought these already came though. Okay, interesting. Nice. Now to the main part. So there's 4014, all in its glory. Dang, that's heavy. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna have to do this then. Might be a bit heavier than 4018 actually. I've already unboxed 4018, so I'm not gonna unbox it again. Put this over here for now. There's this out again. I haven't even opened this far yet, so I have not seen what 4014 looks like. Yes, I ordered 2 big boys, by the way. Oh my god. That is glossy. So this side. Oh, I forgot there's stuff up here. So there's a, forgot what this is called again. A smoke hood, I believe it's called. Smoke funnel, and then 8, I'm not kidding, 8 spare traction tires. And the reason why is because there is 2 traction tires in the back, and there's 2 traction tires in the front. I like how they did that, similar to the Lionel's design of their, what do you call it? Almost just called it a Berkshire Union Pacific Big Boy. And here's the front coupling, which I think I'll put that on 4018, the double head. Oh yeah, that's nice. Wow. Dang, that is glossy. Wow. So yeah, here's your PTC detail. Put that down. You got triple dynamo. That's nice. So yeah, there's your PTC detail. Triple dynamo. Safety valves. I will take the camera off here. I apologize for the kind of bad lighting. This camera is pretty old. I would use my iPhone, but my editing software doesn't like using those files, so it won't work. I don't want to buy a file converter, so yeah. So let's see inside. Can we see inside the cab? Not really. But I don't like how the crew figures aren't actually touching anything. They're a bit too far back. Okay, that's interesting. So you can see the heating element. I'm not entirely a fan of that, but that's probably fine. You can very obviously see it. Does the bell move? Kind of. It's very stiff though. Yeah, it looks really good. Alright, well let's take it out of the box here. Wait, are the axle caps painted? No, they're not. That's something I don't like that Broadway Limited does, that they don't paint the axle caps. As this is a, not joking, $1,000 locomotive in my currency Canadian, or shall I say loonies. You know, I would expect the axle caps to be done and stuff. But, you know, you can do it yourself. It's fine. Alright, let's take it out here. And we'll weigh it. Oh, that came straight off. That's fine. That is heavy. I mean, just put it here. My track's off right now, so I'm not going to harm anything. So let me quickly do a cut here and put the box away. Hey guys, I thought I might as well just let you know, these next two scenes where I'm looking at the detail of the locomotives didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. Because again, I tried recording it on my phone because the quality is a lot better. But then when I did that, I couldn't upload it again because apparently the files just don't work. So I had to upload them to YouTube, then I had to download them, then I put it into the editor. So you guys are gonna notice that the quality looks a bit pixely. I apologize for that. So please bear with me for this next part. Thank you. I switched cameras because the actual camera can't really pick up the engine too well. But yeah, you can see how good it looks. I have noticed though right here there's something missing. I don't know if something's meant to be there. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I do see a builder's plate there though. Oh my god, that's so much better. I'm not sure that's meant to be like that. I'll look at some photos and let you guys know in editing if it is or isn't meant to be there. But you can see the detail on this locomotive is just incredible. There's so much detail that I can't really probably cover it in one video, but I'll try to. So you have the triple dynamos back there, which I think are plastic. Yeah, they're just plastic, unfortunately. That's fine. Then I'll keep criticizing Broadway Limited until they actually do something about this. Their axle caps aren't painted. When you're paying almost, I think it was 1,000 loonies at this point, or Canadian dollars for you Americans. You really do want the axle caps painted. It's not that much to do, and that's not that much to ask of Broadway to do. I don't know why they just can't do it, but I guess they can't. And one thing also, I'm not sure if it's going to be like this on this model too, but at least on 4018 over there, the marker lights are white in the front. I'm pretty sure, what do you call, when you're running the locomotive in the forward direction, you have them green, not white. Yet, I mean, I'm not an engineer, so I don't know per se, but I think it's meant to be like that. And if we turn it around here, we have the Union Pacific, I believe it's called Shield in the front. Very nice detail in the front. This opens to reveal a dummy coupler. If I can open it, yeah, I can. It's kind of tucked in back there, but there's a dummy coupler back in there. You can close it. Let me twist it around. I'm not entirely a fan also of how they make, this rear part pivot. And I know you guys are going to say, oh my god, they do it to make it so it looks, or sorry, to it runs on an 18 radius curve. Okay, I get that. But the thing is, you're buying a locomotive for the realism, not so you can run it on an 18-inch radius. Or at least it should just be an option or something. I don't know. Haven't included something in the box how like MTH did with their 412 too, so you can disable the articulation. I think that would have been nice to be able just to do that. Because I mean, I run a mixture of radius. I run 26 and what's my biggest radius? Probably, I'd say 60 on my layout. In some spots. I have tried with 4018 holding this and letting the train go around the 26 radius. And this did stay on. So I'm not sure why they can't just do that, but I don't know. Again, that's kind of like a my opinion thing. But yeah, let's move on to the back here. I like how they have a what is it called, walkway plate or something. I forgot what they call it, but they have that there. So the what do you call it, coalman or fireman doesn't have to jump across the train to get to the tender. That's nice. And they have these lines here that have uh, numbers on them. I'm not sure what they're called, but yeah. I'm not sure why they put one side green, one side red. Why can't they just be all red? I don't know. I really don't. And yeah, you can see 25,000 gallons on the tank, stuff like that. And some molded in detail here, which I think could have been separately applied, but yet again, my opinion. And this does not light up, or at least on 4018 it does not light up. Really, Broadway, I don't know how hard it is to add lights in your locomotive. At least, maybe it does light up on this one. I'm hoping it does. This might not be on 4018's tender, actually, now thinking about it. But I hope it lights up. We'll see. Now let's zoom back out here. And as we can see, yeah, that's basically the detail on this. Oh, and then this little hatch opens as well. You can have it up or down if you would like, but I like having it up and down, so I just have it down most of the time, but maybe I'll run it open this time. But yeah, so that's the detail on 4014. So let's go back down to the layout. But now think about it, before I actually go back down to the layout, let's look at 4018. My god, is 4018 in the 49er paint scheme just so beautiful. I don't know if it's just me, but I just love the colors on 4018. So yeah, let's go over it quickly. So again, we don't have the painted axle caps, which again, BLI, come on. But this time we have wind wings, as I call it, but they're smoke deflectors with a legible Union Pacific, I would say just badge. And I forgot to mention, these locomotives do have whistle steam, which is nice. And then we have the legible builder's plate on the front. I have noticed though that the smoke deflectors, one side kind of goes out a bit more than the other. I'm not sure if that's just me. Looks like this side is a little bit higher, while that side's a little bit shorter. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Because this looks like it goes down a little bit more. This side looks like it's flush. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let's keep looking at the rest of the locomotive. If I can zoom out. There we go. Yeah, again, we have this design where it moves in the middle. I like how Broadway at least did the front here. Specifically this part here, how it actually pivots on like a little joint right here. Oh, that almost went all the way in. That's funny. Yeah, I really like how they did that. I think that's a really, really, really nice design, to be honest. I really like that. And then, yeah, going around the locomotive, it's exactly the same as 4014. The only difficult thing I had is that the pin that the tender sits into, or the drawbar, was bent in a little bit, so that was a bit of a struggle to bend it back out. But yeah, that's fine. But I don't know if it's just me. I'll put a photo up. I believe on their website, the color of this was more yellow instead of kind of like a meat color. I mean, that's what people call the hot dog challenger. Or sorry, hot dog big boy. Hot dog big boy. That's funny. Unless that's why. I don't remember it being such a meaty color, to be honest. It does look like meat. I mean, that's why they call it, I guess, because there's meat. What do you call it? Mustard, ketchup, stuff like that, I guess. And I guess you could just call them the black olives or something, I guess. I don't know. But alright, now let's get down to the track. I will start them up separately, and then will double head them. Yes, I will double head them. Hopefully my NCEPH Pro doesn't explode, but we'll be fine. 5 amps is good enough. But alright, let's get down to the layout. I forgot to weigh it. The weight of the big boy is 3 pounds 4.9 ounces. Or, wow, that's a kilogram, I think, actually. 1,495 grams. And then in ounces, it's 52 ounces. And yeah, there you go. That's the weight. Back to the track. So here we go. Startup of 4014 Big Boy. Then I will do 4018 after. And then I'll do them together. But one thing I want to note is that this does have a triple dynamo. I haven't started it up yet, but realistically this should have 3 dynamo sounds, I believe. And what else? The coal shoveling sound should sound different, because this one's an oil burner, while 4018 is not. 4018 is a coal burner, while 4014 is an oil burner. So yeah, let's see what it sounds like, and I will take you guys through the functions as it starts. Alright, hope you guys enjoy.
Permission to depart. Be advised, winches on the north end might be against you, so go out looking out for switches. 4 tower.
Hey, have you got a pick on there?
Yes, I do, over.
There's a switch that froze up and they need it picked out.
Alright, copy that, I'll get down there on it. What do you have now?
You're clearing.
Okay, occupied, switch to normal position. Make sure you have communication with them.
Roger.
These doggies are all loaded. Are we going to be able to fill with water and steam first?
Run out to the signal maintainer on the bottom of your center, Sonny.
Okay. direction to depart. Be advised, switches on the north end might be against you, so go out looking out for switches.
That's a Roger, go. Can I start that stuff on?
They want to find out how many cars there are. So, 410 over.
Hey guys, sorry interrupting, but something important. If you're wondering why I didn't run 4018 by itself, is because it's having some issues. It can't stay on the straights. It just pops off by itself. Like the rear set of drivers, the front driver will just pop off, and I'm not sure why. Only on the straights though, and only that one. 4014 is completely fine. Not sure why, but anyways, here's the running session. And this is the pull test right now. This has 30 coaches, 30 scale freight cars and 7 coaches. So this thing's got a lot of power and heavyweight coaches too. Enjoy. Alright guys, so we are at the end of the video where I tally up the points. I do a point system for those who are new to my channel. My point system is out of 50, but instead of adding points up to 50, I deduct points if I think something is bad or it is just straight bad. So, the models start at a point of 50, and I deduct, basically. So, the sound quality on the models. It is definitely an upgrade from what Broadway Limited had previously. I would definitely say it's definitely nicer. I was originally thinking I was gonna have to swap these out for lock sound, but you know I think I'll keep the Broadway sound in. But I do have an honest question. To anybody who does have these locomotives, does anybody actually use the lumber sound effects? Does anyone actually? Because like you can't even use it when the locomotive's off. You have to use it when it's on, which doesn't really make any sense. It's not like the lumber sound is coming from inside of the locomotive, so it doesn't make any sense logically. Um, so I will say it's a 7 out of 10 if I were to say it like that for the sound, because you know it's still Broadway and they have kind of basic sound, I would say. You know, like they've been using the same crew talk chatter stuff for 10 years at this point. I know it's in my Paragon to Dreyfus Hudson. I don't know why they're the exact same, but and I do know there is the Paragon, what do you call it, Rolling Thunder, but to be honest, even if it does sound a lot better, it's not going to change the fact that it's not prototypically accurately sounding. I will say that it's not, unless you like get lock sound, then it would. But yeah, so I'm gonna minus 3 points from that, to be honest. And now for the design, in terms of like the axle caps being painted, I'm gonna remove 3 points as well, because that's a mandatory feature at this price, and it's the big boy too. I don't know why it's so hard just to paint it. I mean, I can do it myself, and I probably will end up doing it myself eventually. It's a feature that I know people are gonna say, "Oh, you're never gonna see it," but you do see it. When you look at the locomotive, you see it. You really do. I think it's something that needs to be painted. So I'm moving 3 points from 50. And the smoke units work well, so I'm not removing anything from that. But with the 49er Challenger, not Challenger, a big boy, it does have some issues. The drawbar was bent out of the box, and it's still bent now because it's plastic, so I can't really bend it back. And it it does have, for some reason, it has a lot of issues on the straights, not around, on the straights, where it will just pop off. And I'm not sure why it does that. The 4014 is perfectly fine. It's just 4018. I'm not sure why. So I'm gonna look at that probably tomorrow because it's 2:30 in the morning right now. I'm not kidding. It is, so I'm not gonna do that right now. Yeah, I think that's not really a thing that I'm gonna take points off though, because 4014 is fine. So I think that's just a my model problem. Uh, and this is kind of well, in terms of detail, I will say there's a lot of detail, but majority of it is, you know, molded in, which I'm not really a big fan of molded in detail, but it's still there. It's nice. I think there could have been a bit more, you know, actual detail, but I mean, I think it's fine, so I'm not gonna take any points off of that. And yeah, so that's gonna be it for my points. So that means we're minusing 6 points off 50. So that's what, 43, I believe. I am probably wrong. It is hard to do math at basically 3 a.m. But yeah, I believe it's around that. Yeah, so yeah, I would definitely recommend this locomotive. It's definitely a nice locomotive. The sound is definitely improved and so is the smoke units as well. I will hands down say this locomotive is definitely worth it. If you're if you're willing to spend close to $1,000 for one, and now with this stupid tariff prices, now it's even more. I think it's 849 US. So that's like what, 1,300. At least I paid the pre-tariff price. Fortunately, Trainworld was willing to do that. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. I would definitely recommend this locomotive. And yeah, this was Cedric Strains signing off. Goodbye.